Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Libra for the month of March. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Libra, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and see what we have here for you. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. All right, let's get all the cards out here and make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into it for you, Libra. All right. And I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Five of Cups. So Five of Cups is, you can see this person here on the card is literally sitting in disappointment. All right, they are thinking about the 3 cups of the past that are spilled and potentially empty. And the thing is, what this is sort of leading to for this person is that they are missing out on the present moment. They are so concerned, they are so down and so sad about whatever happened here with these 3 cups that they are missing out on the 2 cups that are behind them, the two cups that are presumably overflowing and full. And so this can talk about grief, it can talk about sadness, it can talk about, anything like that. But the point being is, when you get the Five of Cups, I'm not telling you not to feel. This is absolutely a sign that some of you maybe are going through something and you should absolutely feel, right? You're not a robot. Do not emotionally invalidate anything. Your emotions are real, your feelings are real, and handle it in the way that you need to handle it. And that's different for everybody. But at the same time, I am saying that there will always be more moments to enjoy life, and there will always be better things here on the horizon. And the other thing is that you could find that within yourself now if you want to. Again, some of you may not be there, some of you may not be ready when you get the Five of Cups, but at the same time, there is happiness available now when you get that card. And so again, not emotionally invalidating you, just saying that for some of you, that is something that you may want to keep in mind. So taking a look here, let's move to some more positive messages in this reading, because you have a pretty good reading here. One card never makes a reading, but right away in the middle of the spread here, in your overall message, this card bleeds into the rest of the messages. Some of you, I feel like, are going into a period of healing here in this month of March. You can see that this person is similar to this Five of Cups here. You see how this person's worried about the 3 cups on the Five of Cups. Well, this person here is concerned around the 3 of Swords that is on the banner above. But what I really like about this is the 4 of Swords represents you healing from the challenge of the 3 of Swords. And typically that is a heartbreak. And it says, for me, if I'm putting this together, these first 2 cards, yeah, you may be dealing with something here in this month, but you will find healing in this month, and you will figure out a way to work through whatever challenging disappointment may be happening for you. I also wanted to point out you have the 3 of Cups in the future. So to me, that is a big signal that you will be dancing, you will be happy in the future here. And so I'll get into more of what I feel like is going on there as we go along. But in the past, in the beginning of the month rather, in the beginning of March, you have the Ace of Swords, the 9 of Swords, and the 7 of Swords. All swords, okay? Swords can be a challenging suit. It does not have to be, but it can be. The thing is, let's just start here with these 2 cards. So this 9 of Swords, this person here is having a nightmare. And what they really feel like is going to happen is that they think that these 9 swords are going to come down and hit them, but they never actually do. And so this talks about fear, okay? The 9 of swords can represent fear, and you may be fear casting, thinking something is a lot worse than it actually is. And so when you get the 9 of swords, it does ask you to maybe take inventory of the facts. How is something actually happening right now? And can I separate that from what is going on in my mind, right? And so for some of you, you maybe want to make a mental inventory and compare that to what is actually happening in reality. This can be, as they are having a nightmare here, this can be associated with challenging dreams or dream situations. You do have the 7 of swords here. This can represent deception. It can represent backstabbing, lying, cheating, stealing, anything like that. But it can also ask you to create a game plan, because this person has strategized on the perfect way to take these swords and take the back door exit, right? And so they were not able to accomplish this feat without having some sort of game plan intact. And so, yeah, no, I'm not telling you to steal, but what I am telling you is that there's an element of strategization here, if that's a word, strategizing. There's an element of needing to create a strategy here. And I think it has to do with something to do with your mental process, okay? Because you also here have this Ace of Swords, which refers to your mental process. The Ace of Swords is the clouds clearing in the background. It is a victory. It is a success that leads to a new beginning. And it can represent a breakthrough or an epiphany in your life. And so I think that there's an epiphany coming. I think that there's a breakthrough available. And I think that the way that you are going to create that situation for yourself is by looking at your thoughts and asking yourself if you have the full picture or not of how a situation actually is. And so moving here in the middle of the month, you have the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So we have these double 4s here. The 4, for me, the number 4 is a number of stability and structure. And I love that you have this energy of healing. I need to point out we have a ton of swords here. The majority of the cards are swords, okay? And that refers to your thoughts. It refers to communication and writing and anything like that. And so for some of you, you may want to journal in this month. If you do not have a journaling habit or a journaling practice, it may be very wise for you in this month to do that. You have this 4 of Pentacles here. Some of you really thinking about money, maybe concerned about holding on to what you have just a little bit too tightly here. This person feels like there will never be enough, or there will never be more, rather, and so they're trying to take what they can get. But the reality is that is a form of scarcity. And so on one hand, the 4 of Pentacles can say that maybe you're looking at your financial stability, which is a practical thing to do. But on the other hand, do not allow that to bleed into scarcity. And so, yeah, I would just say some of you are maybe concerned about loss in some ways. There certainly could be loss here in whatever form that may take. But you also have the Page of Cups, which is a really silver lining here through all of this so far. The Page of Cups represents happy news being delivered to you, okay? And so I think that there is happiness available for you in this month. But I think right now, some of you are trying to figure out how to kind of process something mentally. And I'll be very interested to see how we clarify. This is one of these readings where I want to see what the clarifications look like. So in the last part of the month, you have the 3 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords talks about some sort of defeat or loss in your life. The thing, though, with the 5 of Swords is, for me, this is a card of this is about learning a lesson. You can see this person in the background is waving their flag. They are giving up. They are saying, I have lost. But do you see how the sun rays are coming out of them? For me, this person will get much stronger at the end of a loss. And I don't know anybody who has not had to deal with adversity in this lifetime. And so adversity can make you a strong person. And I feel like some of you are just kind of going through that right now. You have the King of Pentacles here, which is somebody who is focused on achieving a high status, building an empire and maybe accumulating money or being successful in work, in business, in their career. And, they have created that success for themselves by sticking to their routines and sticking to what works for them. Lastly, you have this Three of Cups. I feel like at the end of all of this, you will find happiness. You see these three friends or the three sisters here dancing on the cups that are overflowing. And so, yeah, you may be focused on the cups of the past here with the Five of Cups, but in the future, there's happiness available. So let's go ahead and start to clarify this reading even more and see what Oracle messages want to come forward. So you had a bunch that came through very quickly here. So there is something around the springtime for you. You have Water Guardian, connect with your emotions, as well as spring, see your seeds grow. So something here around the spring, something here around planting seeds. You also have the Knight card, be brave and honest, as well as Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. From what I can understand here with this Three of Swords and now this Shield Maiden energy coming in, some of you, it may be wise to have a game plan at this moment. And again, I think it's something around clearing your mental process. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what other cards want to come forward here. Okay. So let's see what we have. Wow. Okay. Romance and success. Definitely like to see that energy for you. Then you also have take action within the next few weeks. Some of you, if you've been in this melancholy feeling, if you've been down in the dumps or whatever you want to call it, I feel like some of you are going to snap forward in some ways. Again, I'm trying not to emotionally invalidate you in any way here. And like when I say snap out of it, I mean that in the kindest way possible. I feel like some of you are going to take an action to work through something that you may have been dealing with for some time here in this month. Let's go ahead and clarify this situation even more. Let's pull some additional tarot cards to see what wants to come forward here. And let's see what we have. So you have the Ten of Cups, or excuse me, the Ten of Pentacles, the Moon, the Four of Pentacles, and I felt like taking this Eight of Swords as well. So we're going to take the Eight of Swords. I normally don't do that, but we're going to do that. So the Eight of Swords and the Four of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. I mean, swords after swords here, okay? And what may be going on is some of you wanting to create a financial strategy with the Seven of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, to maybe help you with some sort of concern that you may have around money at this time. Okay, some of you are going into budgeting, planning, saving mode. But again, ensuring that you are also not, how do I say this? You're also not turning off the faucet. Okay, and what I mean by that is you don't want to dip into scarcity as you know, in the process of creating this strategy, is what I feel like saying. Because there could be something here that is not as it appears. As you have the Moon card, this is something that may have been hidden. This is something that may be coming to the surface emotionally. And, you know, money and emotions are a very hard sort of combination to deal with and to handle. And so it could mean that there's something going on in that way for you here. It could very well be, this situation here with this Five of Cups could very well be financial for you. The Ten of Pentacles is another card of empires. You actually have the two major cards that I say with building an empire, with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles here now in the future. You have that Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Swords, so that's a very good combination of some sort of new beginning, some sort of victory that you know, could lead to a new financial beginning for you. Some of you saying, okay, I want to have XYZ in the next 10 years, or by the age of XYZ, I want to have this going for myself. You're starting to build your empire here, but there's something around your thoughts, and there's something, I think, around scarcity mode of the past that may that you may be working through at this time as well. Yeah, wow. Okay, so you have the Queen of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Star. Okay, this is why I like to clarify here. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, these are obviously counterparts in the tarot. You do have this Romance card. as well as take action. So I was not getting a lot of love energy, but some of you may be finding somebody as you clear out a process here. There's something around the mental process here that you're clearing. As you do that, you make way maybe for someone to enter. They could be an earth sign. They could have earth-like qualities about them. They could be an Aries as well, as you have the Emperor card, but do not get hung up on the sign. The Queen of Pentacles, I often say, is a card of budgeting. And this is somebody who makes practical decisions with their money. You have that with the Four of Pentacles. So I don't think you're rocking the boat. I don't think you are spending lavishly. In fact, I think some of you are making a strategy to earn more money or to save money, a savings plan, a budgeting plan, something. But again, being careful that you do not dip into scarcity as you go through that process. The Emperor is a big omen of success in business and career, and the Star is one of my favorite cards. This says that a wish will be granted. Okay, a wish will be granted here, especially as you have this Page of Cups. This could be around love with the Romance, the Page of Cups, and the Star energy. Could also be an Aquarius, but the Star says that there is hope and optimism in the future. There's also healing as well that will be coming in for you. And it's maybe even a card of being in the spotlight, but it's a very, very nice card. Let's see what else we have here. You have the Hanged Man, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so something's got to give. When you have the Hanged Man, something's got to give because this person's hanging on just a little bit too tightly. Where are you resisting in your life? Where can you let go and start free falling, which is really what the Hanged Man needs to do. And this could be around something relating to finances. It could be around something to do with like happiness here with the Three of Cups. It will depend on which situation you find yourself in, but I'm getting a lot of financial messages. I'm getting a lot of messages around emotions as well and trying to let go and enjoy yourself a little bit here. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is another card of hard work and a card of arrivals. Really, the Knight of Pentacles for me is about arrivals and saying that you've worked extremely hard for some sort of financial situation to finally come around, and here it is coming around. You have the Nine of Swords as well. There is something around a loss that is keeping you up late at night. And you have this Nine of Pentacles, which is very nice to see. This is all about financial independence. This is about growing and planting seeds here that will provide for you for the long haul. As you see, the bushes behind this person, not only do they have fruits, but the bushes also have pentacles, which presumably regenerate. And so when you get the Nine of Pentacles, you can think like passive income, dividends, something along those lines. You have Thief, High Honor, False Person, Main Male, Gift, and Concern, Expectation. Somebody placing an unhealthy expectation on you. The Thief and the False Person cards are the most challenging, the hardest cards to find in the Kipper deck, so not going to sugarcoat that. Some of you getting messaging here that's concerning, with Message of Concern and the Concern card. There is some anxiety in this reading. I do have to say, just with all of the swords can represent anxiety and, again, anything to do with your thoughts. And the thing is, through this, there is a silver lining with the Gift, the High Honor, the Star, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Cups. And so I think just clearing out the mental process in this month is really going to help you in the best way possible. And that will look different for everybody. For some people, it will be clearing that out and creating a strategy for saving. For some people, it may be strategizing on how to handle a conversation or a situation. But yes, so that's what I have here for you. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Also, feel free to sign up for my email list, and I will see you in the next reading.